All right, let's talk about building the ultimate AI teammate. I mean, think about it. A partner that never flakes out, remembers every single detail, and is always ready to pick things up right where you left off. Today, we're going to design an AI with a perfect memory. You know that feeling, right? You're in the middle of a huge group project, you've had like 3 meetings, and someone just goes, wait, what were we supposed to be doing again? It's so frustrating. It just kills the momentum. Well, it turns out a lot of AI agents today are exactly like that forgetful partner. They can be brilliant for a moment, but if a conversation gets a little too long or there's a tiny glitch, poof, they lose the entire context. They just stop and you have to start all over again. It's time we fix that. So here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to dig into why these agents are so forgetful. Then we'll meet our new star student, an agent that has a perfect memory. After that, we'll see how to build a whole AI dream team, how they can call for backup, and finally, how we can check their report card to see how they did. Okay, so let's really get into the problem. The main issue with most standard AI agents is they just don't have memory or resilience. Imagine you're trying to solve a super complex problem on a whiteboard that just erases itself every 5 minutes. That's kind of what it's like for these agents, and it makes doing long, complicated jobs almost impossible. What this means is that agents can totally lose the plot of a conversation, they might crash halfway through a big task, and trying to get a few of them to work together, well, that becomes a huge headache. You end up having to manually keep track of everything yourself. It's these exact problems that new tools, like Microsoft's Durable Task Extension for their agent framework, are designed to solve. And the solution? It's something we call a durable agent. This is our hero for today, an AI teammate with a perfect, unshakable memory. And it's powered by some really efficient serverless tech. It's basically built from the ground up to remember everything, no matter what happens. Now let's focus on 2 key words here, stateful and serverless. Stateful just means the agent keeps a perfect notebook of every single thing you've discussed. It literally never forgets. And serverless? That means it's super cost efficient. It only uses power when it's actively working. You know, like a good study partner who doesn't bug you when it's your turn to work. Let's actually see this thing in action. Here's a real example. We're sending a super simple request to a durable agent we've nicknamed Joker. We're just asking for a joke about pirates. This is our very first time talking to it. And there you have it, a pretty classic pirate joke. But wait, look closer. The really important part is that along with the joke, the agent sent back a unique thread ID. Think of this like a secret handshake or a special bookmark that lets us come back later and pick up this exact conversation. Okay, now for the cool part. We're starting a totally new interaction, but this time we're including that thread ID from before, and we're asking for another joke about the same topic. So the real test is, does it actually remember what topic we were talking about? And yes, it works. The agent totally remembered the pirate context from our first chat and gave us another perfect pirate joke. It didn't need a single reminder. Its memory was durable, it was persistent, and the conversation just kept flowing seamlessly. Okay, so one super reliable agent is great, but what about a massive group project? For that, we need a whole AI dream team, and we can build one using something called deterministic orchestrations, which I know sounds super fancy, but it's really just a way to create a reliable, predictable game plan for a bunch of agents. So there are 2 main ways our AI team can work together. First up is the assembly line style. That's where one agent does its job, then hands off the result to the next agent in line, and so on. The other way is a brainstorm session. This is where a bunch of agents all tackle different parts of the problem at the exact same time. It's awesome for gathering tons of information really fast. But what happens when the AI team gets stuck? Or maybe they need an expert opinion. You know, what if they need to get a draft approved by a professor before they can move on? This is where the human-in-the-loop pattern is so cool. It's a built-in way for the AI team to just press pause and ask for help. This whole timeline is pretty amazing. An agent can write an entire article, and then the whole project can just pause for days, even weeks, while it waits for a person to review it. And here's the best part. While it's waiting, it uses 0 computer resources. It costs nothing. The second that a human gives it the thumbs up, the agent wakes up, instantly remembers everything, and finishes the job. Okay, so after our AI dream team has finished its project, how do we grade them? How do we even know if they did a good job? Well, we check their report card, the Durable Task Scheduler dashboard. This dashboard gives you this incredible high-level view of the entire project. It's like a workflow map where you can trace exactly how all the agents work together, who passed work to whom, and exactly how long everything took.
It's a completely transparent look at how the team collaborated.
But you can also zoom way in, right down to each individual agent, each member of your project team. You can read their entire conversation history, see their exact thought process, check every single tool they used. This makes it so easy to see what's working, what isn't, and figure out how to make the team even better next time. So what does this all boil down to? It means we can finally build AI systems that are just fundamentally more reliable. They're resilient, so they don't just fail. They're scalable, so they can handle huge jobs without breaking the bank. And they're transparent, so we can always understand exactly what they're doing. We can finally build AI teammates that we can actually count on. And that leaves us with a really fascinating question. For so long, we've been held back by AI's bad memory and its unreliability, but now that we have agents that can remember conversations for weeks, work together in these complex teams, and patiently wait for us to give them the go-ahead, what's the next big group project we should give them? What truly impossible problem is suddenly within our reach?